What if the way you think could change everything about your life?
Someone recently asked me where mindsets come from. I thought about it, and the truth is, they come from something we all understand and experience: anger and frustration. Those moments in life that seem so unfair, and yet they just continue. But instead of lashing out, I turned to writing and looking at things from inside. Because there is a design to everything. I needed to understand and not react. And that is where it all began.
Sometimes the right words arrive when you need them most.
The real breakthrough in the origins of mindsets was realizing that I didn't like feeling powerless over how I felt. And so I looked inside and I wrote about how things could be instead of accepting that this is how they are. Mindsets are not to attack or to blame, but a way to understand and to change something, to shift my focus from what hurt me to what could help me and you. I needed to help others look into the depths of what could be if I wanted to play a part in helping things change for the better. And the words in Mindsets hopefully help do that.
C.L. Harmon has written powerful mindsets and books that challenge how we see failure, truth, and resilience. Each piece of his writing feels like a conversation with life itself.
someone asks me where my mindsets come from, that's an interesting question. It's not an easy one to answer. They can come from this right here, from nature, just being outside and being invigorated by how it makes me feel and what it makes me think. But in the beginning, it was something different. In the beginning, it started with something that we all face: anger and frustration. You know those moments in life when you feel everything is just unfair? But instead of lashing out, I turned to writing and looking at things from the inside out. Because there's depth to everything. And I needed to understand and not react. And that's where it all began.
He doesn't just write quotes. He shares perspectives that push you to think deeper, heal, and grow.
In life, we become so busy and bogged down that I think we forget how important we are, not just to each other, but to our Creator who made us. I wrote something to remind us how important we are. You were an idea, a thought in the Creator's mind before time was a construct. And with that concept, you were built and designed with a precision that cannot be gauged, a passion beyond understanding, and a love that cannot be measured, with a purpose that cannot be derailed. Think about it. You were given enough understanding to know to ask questions, just enough pride to be aware but without conceit, enough faith to believe without evidence, and enough desire to fail but not falter unto surrender. You were born to die and to die to find life. You were given a destination with no map, that's just true, but also a sense of direction by the map maker himself. You were placed here to be lost, because truly there is no such place as found, only in light. You were forged in armor, not of steel, but of will and of choice. You were given a voice of authority to change the what is, with a directive to speak softly, so not to change what should remain. And for all that has been created on your behalf and then gifted to you, also comes the responsibility to honor the gift called life with a faith that fire cannot burn and oceans cannot drown. Use it. With all of the reasons to choose what is wrong, all you are left with is excuses as to why you did not choose what is right. Everything that has been given to you has been given to use and to choose wisely, to walk in humility, to be an example of what life should be, and not a victim of what life is. Life is a gift. It's not a debt owed because we exist. Once you get this, then you realize, you truly begin to understand that long before minutes and hours had definitions, there was an idea, and that idea would be given identity, and that identity would be given something else, your name.
Got questions or thoughts? Drop them in the comments or message directly. Your voice matters. Start your own mindset journey with C.L. Harmon today.